Bunny Buns Tarot 8 here. If you would like a reading from me, feel free to go to my Instagram, Bunny Buns Tarot 8, or email me at bunnybunstaro@yahoo.com. I'll never reach out to you for a reading, but I would highly appreciate it if you bought one from me right now, because your girl is going through it. And also, again, I'm trying to save up money so I can go overseas and confirm all this past life stuff. So I filmed all of this, but I feel like it was all over the place and it was turning into such a long video. So I'm going to try my hardest to keep this under 10 minutes. But for starters, at first I couldn't figure out if I wanted to post a tarot video or another past life video. And I pulled this card. And it's been making me think of collective consciousness. And so I was like, alright, maybe I'll do a blend of both, which is a blend of my past life and what happened when I passed away, when I saw my funeral, and when I went up to talk to the collective or my higher self or whatever. So, let's talk about me dying. Alright, so I passed away when I was 68. But a few years before that point, I had a stroke, a series of strokes. And I had another small one. And so my family put me in a hospital. And I came in there, and the nursing staff was so sweet. They were wonderful, wonderful people and everything. But I had already had narcissistic tendencies because of how I was raised and my family, just how I was raised. And being taught to kiss up to this, a mix of my bosses and my landlords or whatever, this family that was kind of my boss landlords or whatever. I was taught to really kiss up to them, and I was taught these rules that made no sense. So, and after the stroke, my, cognitive thinking was messed up. I was very impulsive. My brain was just, scrambled after those strokes. So, it's I was thinking this, but, I shouldn't have been thinking this, and I said it. But the staff was really nice, and they were welcoming us in there. And I was I forget the exact words that I said, but I was like, do you know who, don't they know who we are? Isn't there, a special person's room? Isn't there a room for people who are, better than other people or whatever? And then, the staff obviously was man, what the hell? And so my son was just kind of, trying to just be this is the best room, this is a great room. I was trying to, laugh it off and make it a joke and just be oh my god, please don't judge us. And so we were in there and stuff. How my room was laid out was so I'm on the bed, the medical bed, and then here's a wall to my right, and then forward a little it's a divot, and then more on the right was a room, and then out there was the nursing station. Almost directly in front of me were chairs for guests. To the left of me was a really big window. I was the only person in that room. And then up above, a bit to the right, was a TV that was kind of hanging. And I wanted to watch my games, my sports, and stuff, which is funny because I don't really like sports in this life, but I really wanted to watch my sports tournaments and everything. And so yeah, the staff was super sweet. They were all these really cute little nurses. They were just cute little angel babies. They were very kind, really hardworking. And I started being nicer to them after I realized, I don't know, I started being nicer to them and stuff. I think I was hitting on a few. My family would come and visit me occasionally and everything, especially my son. He was really nice and just making sure I was okay. I think they were worried about me. They didn't think it was bad. I think they thought I was only going to be there for a little bit and just be fine. I don't think they realized I was going to pass away. But here's the thing. I started hallucinating. Um, and now in this life, I've worked at nursing facilities, and the closer and closer people get to death, they start hallucinating their family members, different spirits and stuff who are getting, because the veil gets so thin, and they're trying to help them transition to the other side. I had the same thing happen, mostly because I think my dad was visiting, but it wasn't like, oh, get ready to go to the light. It was like, dude, like obviously not these words, but they were like, it's about to go down. Like, it's about to get real. Like, they would just, I remember seeing my dad, like, because he was, like, visiting me in the spirit world, and he was like, ah! And he was trying to warn me, like, I messed up, dude. I messed up. I led you to destruction. Like, it's about to get real. um, so even with that, I was like, these are such weird dreams that I'm having. Like, I don't understand this. And then yeah. And so then I noticed I could feel bits of my body shutting down, but it wasn't like different organs shutting down and like becoming numb and everything. And I was like, oh, I think I'm dying. Like I think I'm dying. Um, and with that, it felt like there was a tether happening, which now I'm just like I feel like as every organ was shutting down, it was like a labor pain, like because you know how like in utero, especially like right before they're like born, babies are like they can feel like the emotions of the parent. I think I was like feeling my biological mom's like labor pains and stuff, and that body like getting ready, this body getting ready to get birthed. And so I was like, I think I'm dying. I think this is really it. But I was like, you know what? I've been an awful dad. I've been an awful husband. I'm an awful grandfather. I'm not really doing good for anybody. I miss being like young and attractive, and that's not up. I'm like those days are over. He's just like, I was like, I'm ready, like whatever. And then the nursing staff was super nice, and they kept checking in on me. And I think like even though I was a dick, like, and so they would come in there, and I was like, oh no no, like you girls are so busy. You girls are so busy. Go back out there. You're fine. I'm totally fine. I'm watching my game. I'm rooting for my team. Like, don't worry. Like, I'm totally fine. Like, nothing bad is gonna happen. I'm totally not gonna die on your shit. Because I realized, like,